difficult times, would they end for Vodafone Idea? We have prodded you on this subject before. Their follow-on public offer opens this week on the 18th. They are aiming to raise 18,000 crore through this route of the total of 45,000 crores they are aiming to raise through equity and debt. Now, their share is up today almost 3%. Who do you think should buy the Vodafone Idea stock? It's very low price. Do you think it is good at least for first-time investors?
My good friend, please tell me what is the debt on the balance sheet of Vodafone Idea balance sheet? I think it is 2 lakh crores. Correct me if I'm wrong.
2.5 around.
2.5. So you're not even borrowing 10% of that. And what are these 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 or 45,000 crores going to do when you have such a huge debt on the balance sheet? You are still living in 4G when we are talking about 5G and migrating onto 6G. You are losing subscriber base to the two large players like Bharti and Jio. And you have multiple issues. Honestly, Amit, I will not comment on buy, sell, hold on Vodafone because we don't cover such stocks. We believe it is a waste of time. Unless we see some meaningful recovery on the fundamentals of the stock, we are going to keep ourselves away from it. And it is more of a trader's delight rather than an investor's fancy, to be very honest with you, Amit. And and let me give again blanket disclosure. We have coverage on Bharti Airtel and Reliance Industries, which holds the business of Geo Telecom, Geo Mobility. And we are also of the opinion that possibly you are going to see a 10 to 15% hike in the tariffs over the next couple of months. Vodafone, well, if you want to go and commit suicide or you want to commit a hierarchy, I think, yeah, it's your choice. But if you are a sensible investor, better buy quality than quantity.
Gaurang, suicide and hierarchy for Vodafone, but do you think then, according to you, this space is heading towards a duopoly with Airtel and Jio only, despite the fact that Vodafone has got some cushion with the government coming in?
So, to ask you on a humanitarian ground, Amit, I wish some things change for Vodafone. Because I mean, in a country like India, when you have such a huge subscriber base, and no country would want to have a duopoly, right? We had many players in this field, but then we know what happened, to those many players, from being overcrowded to now being just two large players, third player struggling to survive. And I hope there is enough competition so that the subscribers have a fair deal in terms of valuation and pricing. I honestly speaking, I would say that with the kind of growing number of hands which hold Android phones, which use data more than what they used to do pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, for you and me also, data usage has gone up and we are paying a decently higher price than what we were paying earlier. So let's hope that, this duopoly situation doesn't happen and we have level playing field in terms of incumbents providing the service and for the subscriber to have a fair price.